Yo, what is going on, guys? I am back with a first video in a very long time. This is going to be top 10 ways to improve at Valorant, especially for beginners. Now, this could be for anyone, even immortals, but you know, it's not. It's mostly for beginners, but you get the point. The reason I've been gone is because so much has been going on with school, etc., etc. Now it's summer and I'm learning how to manage everything, and now we're back on the YouTube and streaming grind. I'll have my Twitch in the description, and you're already on the YouTube channel. And while you're here, subscribe, like, and let's get right into this video. Alright, so the number one thing, and this is probably the most important thing out of everything in this video, is your ego. When you're playing the game, you want to put your ego aside and stop blaming your teammates and your Wi-Fi and your lag and your gun and that they're hacking. Put all that away because it's not true. It's your ego talking. You have to blame yourself, recognize your own problems, and you have to go ahead and fix that. It may sound really easy, and most of you are like, oh, that's stupid, that's not going to help you, but it is the most important thing in all of Valorant is your ego. Now that being said, let's move on to number 2. And with number 2, we have something not as important, but definitely up there if you're wanting to win gunfights. Your knife. Now, what I mean by this is when you're just running around site, or going onto site, or around the site, really just anywhere on the map, you know, unless you're rotating, is having your knife out and not being prepared. And what this does is if you're turning a corner, about to turn onto site, and you still have your knife out, there's no way you're gonna have enough time to beat your enemy in that gunfight. He's gonna have his gun out, he's gonna have his reticle on your head, and you're already dead. So when you're within the site area, have your gun out, or at least your pistol out, and just be ready at all times. And with number 3, it's really just a concept within itself, but stop trying to be a top fragger. Stop trying to be a duelist. I mean, even if you are a duelist, stop trying to top frag and pretty much sacrificing yourself to get that one kill that barely has any effect on the round itself, and you just throw yourself out there and you just lose just for that one kill. It's really not necessary, and you know, it's just, you have to stop doing it, and you have to play with your team and just get picks and play smart and stop trying to be tens or the best top fragger in the world. Alright, so now we have number 4, and it's a lot like number 3 in a sense when it's about the stop trying to top frag and be amazing, but holding corners. This is super important on defense. If you're just rushing into the offense, it doesn't make sense because you're not the offense. You're waiting for them to come on site and you're trying to get picks. So hold corners and stop trying to get picks. Hold that corner right next to site and even wait for the whole team to come in and get your ace. You're still getting kills and you're still getting picks, which is the most important thing. Just hold corners, and again, stop trying to be tens. Alright, so for number 5, we have something that's pretty skill related, but can definitely be changed with just some hours of gameplay. It's reticle placement. Now, I see most people from iron to, you know, even plat and diamond who place their crosshairs to their hips and below and even their chest. And I know you may think that's a good idea because, oh, it goes up, so if I place it down, it'll be a good kill. But what the opponents are doing is they're placing it at your head and they're one-tapping and you're getting mad. They're like, oh my god. And see, but if you do what they do, you'll get so many more kills by just putting the reticle on their head. And if you just focus on this for a few hours, focus on aiming for the head and not aiming for the feet or the hips or the chest, I promise you, you'll be a million times better than how you were before. Alright, so for number 6, we have a very important thing, especially for people who main people with utils and, you know, people who main characters who have who can have good lineups. Learn the lineups. Learn Sova's lineups. Learn Viper's lineups. Learn Brimstone's lineups. You have to look up a video how to do lineups with this gear on certain maps, or how to have lineups, or what lineups are, etc., etc. You know what? You get the point. Just learn the lineups of your character, and if I find them, I might do lineup videos with all those characters. But for now, this is all you're getting, and you'll just have to look at someone else, sadly. But that is number 6. Alright, so for number 7, we have comms. This is probably the most important thing. Top 3 most important things, especially in comp, is having comms and pinging, and overall just letting your teammates know of basically anything that happens. So for example, if you hit Brimstone for 50, let your teammates know, and let your teammates know where Brimstone is. And honestly, that's just one of the best things you can do as a teammate, and one of the best ways to be a good player and to win games in Valorant. Alright, so for number 8, it's kind of like number 1, but stop trash talking and focus on yourself. If you make a bad play or someone's trash talking you, just mute them or silence chat or whatever you can do, and just ignore it and do not talk back. All trash talking is going to do is probably make you mad and make you play worse or make you play differently, and honestly, you just need to focus on yourself and do good for you. And if you're trash talking your teammates, that is just so much worse than trash talking the opponents, because it's hurting the team itself. And honestly, just focus on yourself, because if you're doing good, then you can't be blamed for doing bad necessarily, unless you're just that bad. I'm joking. Alright, so for number 9, it's protecting the site. Now this is mostly for defense, but it can also be used for offense post-plant. So while protecting the site, you want to have utils set up in any openings to the site, and you want to have all the angles basically locked down by players and or utils. That's really it for protecting the site. That's all I can give you advice-wise. Otherwise, it's just based on your mechanics, and that's it for number 9. And lastly, for number 10, and last but most certainly not least, is simply have fun with the game. Don't take it so seriously. It is just a virtual video game, and it's just made for personal enjoyment. Chances are you're not going to be the best player in the world. You're just having fun with the game, and you're there to have fun, so don't take it so seriously. And for the 19,000th time in the past 30 seconds, just have fun. Alright guys, that was the video. I hope you enjoyed, and I really hope it helps you. If you enjoyed the video and it does happen to help you, make sure to like, subscribe, comment that it helped you, and comment cookies if you made it this far. I will see you guys on the next one, and goodbye.